People do crazy things for love. I certainly have done some pretty freaky things for Emirates. My platinum date with Emirates. One of the things that got me hung onto this minimum monthly flights was always being able to grow in my Skywards level. 1 year, I actually got close to platinum and I was like, well, let's make it happen. So I actually printed a t-shirt and on the back of it, it says, today I'm taking my relationship with Emirates to the next level. And it had a little diamond ring as the emoji, just to represent that this is getting serious. I took a picture with the crew and I said, in sickness and in health, in first business or economy, choosing to fly better, to death do us part. And I posted that on Instagram. There was one particular reaction, which I didn't see until 6 weeks later. I think because on that day there were so many notifications, I actually missed the first time that Emirates ever engaged with me publicly on the internet. Up until that point, I wasn't sure if they knew of me or if they knew, but they decided not to engage. So I was always, in my relationship with Emirates, I was always a little bit insecure. You know, are they seeing this? Do they like me? Do they not like me? And the fact that they reacted showed me that they were pleased and they welcomed my love. So 6 weeks later, I finally saw that they responded to my post. And they responded in the same voice of wedding vows, which obviously made me feel very, very happy. And I felt like since that day, there was a change in our relationship. I think he really went to the next level, not from a commercial perspective, because I reached the highest point of loyalty, which means I'm spending a lot of money, but from an emotional too, because they recognize my love in the way that I was expressing to them, which was through social media. So from there, you know, I started getting, you know, invites for special events. I felt like they wanted me to be with them. So yeah, that was my special platinum date. It's memorable, and if I can say it, it was a game changer. We, Emirates Airline, thank you, Skywards Freak, for remaining forever loyal in times of landing, cruise, and takeoff, together in first, business, or economy class between Dubai and the whole wild world. We are forever grateful for your love, and we could not appreciate you more on this day, marking your Emirates Skywards Platinum relationship. We can't wait for many more years of adventures and travels together. You make us fly better. We love always, Emirates. And they had a hashtag, and the hashtag says, we do, instead of I do. Bringing home a piece of the very first Emirates A380 build.
It has a piece of Emirates! I didn't realize!
A lot of the things that I live with Emirates are just like in my mind, in my brain, and I cherish them, their feelings. The fact that I can have a piece of history with me, yes, it makes me very proud. When Emirates turned 34, I wanted to do something special for their birthday. So I wrote to Emirates and I asked if I could surprise every single departing crew on that day. So I partnered with a candy company to produce 220 jars of mini candy. And every single crew, departing crew on that day, received a letter and a jar of candy. So that was my way of, you know, being part of their celebration. I went to a real estate agent and I told him, you have one job, you need to find the house that is closer to the planes. And he's like, what do you mean? Because everybody would go to him with the opposite. They would not want the noise, and they would say, please, if you get me in Maldives, away from the flight path as much as possible. He called me one day and said, I found the perfect spot. I got a home right under the flight path, so I could see the A380s landing every single night before I go to bed from my bed, and as I look out the window. Emirates did something very crazy last year that kind of inspired some of my followers. For every destination, they suggest a free challenge for me to do. And because of the Burj Khalifa ad, there was a restaurant in Pakistan that kind of redid that promo. They put somebody up at their restaurant, which is like one of the tallest points in Karachi. And then she did a similar thing. So they piggybacked on so my followers challenged me to do the same. And I actually convinced the restaurant to let me climb up. They made me sign all the disclaimers. And then I went up and I declared my love for Emirates. I was invited by Skywards to be at the very fancy Dubai horse race. I had no hesitation. The first thought that I had in my mind was just like, I need to have an A380 hat. I have a friend who is a hat designer, so I gave one of my aircraft models, and he was able to build one easily. And as I walked into it, everybody looked at me because who puts an airplane in their head? I was so proud to carry one of my boys in my head. And to me, it felt like I had a date. That I actually took one of my boys as my date to the very posh races in Dubai. One of the freakiest flights that I've ever done for love was when Emirates was going to bring back the A380 to São Paulo. Because of the pandemic, they didn't fly there with the A380 for more than a year. So this was a big event, and obviously I had to be part of it. It's my home airport. I planned for it. We made t-shirts. I booked the hotel next to the airport to throw a little gathering, a party to celebrate the return of the boys. Some of the crew members came in because they wanted to be part. They were proud that they were bringing the A380 back to Brazil. And the captain himself came. And the fact that he wanted to be there meant a lot to me. So the craziest part of it all, not only, the t-shirt, the cake, the party to celebrate the return of an aircraft, is the fact that I didn't even stay there. So my family flew in to be with me for 3 hours on that celebration. And then I said goodbye and I said, hey guys, enjoy the party. And I had to take the same airplane back. So tomorrow, I am going on a crazy flight again. There is one aircraft at Emirates that is special to me. Don't ask me why. I think it's because I got to be close to him at the air show, and then I have some nice memories and pictures with him. But it's Emirates Victor Habibi. So it's VH. And what I said is that for Valentine's, I wanted to be wherever he would go. So obviously I'm hoping that he will fly somewhere near, but no, apparently tonight he's flying to New York. So I'm going to New York and back in just a few hours. Before I board, I prepare a small surprise to some people that I don't always get to express my love to, and it's the airport ground stuff. So I've ordered 123 roses, which I'm going to distribute to the staff that I meet. I know it's not going to be everyone, but I hope to, bring a smile to their face tonight as they receive a rose for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
How many roses in there?
There are 123 roses. Why 123? Because 123 is the exact number of Emirates A380s built. Some may wonder why I spend so much time, energy, or even money pursuing this love for Emirates. And I think the answer to that is I gained so much joy through this, and I build so many amazing memories and relationships with people. I just hope to inspire more people that if they truly pursue their passion, whatever it is, flying Emirates or playing golf or playing football or supporting a charity cause, whatever it is that brings joy to their heart, they should pursue it, and they should pursue intensely. Because that would not only fulfill them, but the fact that they are fulfilled as I am, they will inspire even more people. And I feel joy is something that all of us always need a bit more of in this world. See you on our next Emirates flight soon.